Yo, what's up guys? So I'm happy to announce that your search for the best Flutter course is over now. Today I'm launching complete Flutter Developer BootCamp where I take you from a guy who has never coded to a full stack Flutter developer who has built and deployed multiple production grade mobile apps such as e-commerce with backend, music streaming mobile app, decentralized social media, crypto wallet, and a lot more. So if you only want to know about the course details like curriculum, when it's gonna drop, how can you sign up, what's gonna be the price, then go ahead and skip it to the this timestamp of the video. But if you want to know the psychology behind so many people drop online courses and how you can stick it to the end of this course, then I would highly recommend you to watch this complete video. So many people find coding difficult and scary. They start learning it either from Udemy or Coursera or from any random YouTube guy. You know what happens after that? They don't only drop their course, but they end up dropping this field as well, thinking it's not for them. And it's not me saying that. According to a research done at Cambridge University, out of 100 people who signed up for an online course, only 10% of them actually ended up completing it. So I did my research before building this course and found there are three major reasons behind it. First one is the lack of community. You know, you get a doubt, you get a bug, and there is no one around you, your mentor or friend who can resolve that bug, and you end up feeling overwhelmed and dropping that course. Second major reason is overwhelming content, and I think this is extremely related to the teacher's incompatibility. Your teacher must teach you from some first principle thinking that even your 10-year-old version can understand. Your teacher can teach you that way. Anyone can, learn coding. Our major reason is life circumstances. This is something it's not under your control. Maybe you fell ill or you had some family circumstance. Your priorities change. But for the point 1 and 2, I'm gonna take care of it completely. And for the point 3, I can only pray that everything remain well. Cool. Let's jump directly into the curriculum. So I've divided this curriculum into 3 parts. The part 1 is who is this guy? And this is a complete UI masterclass. And once this part is over, everyone will be like, who is this guy creating super cool user interfaces? Okay. And then comes our part 2, where I've named it this guy can handle everything. So in this part, we're gonna learn how to build robust backend and how to connect that backend to our front end client, And then in part 3, everyone will be like, holy shit, I want this guy. And here we're gonna learn about advanced integrations, testing, and deployments. Okay. So here we're gonna do the fun part where we will integrate Flutter with Web3, generative AI, and a lot of more super cool stuff. So now let me give you a walkthrough of what every part contains and holds. And also I'm gonna throw a lot of jargons here now. And if you don't understand any of them, don't worry. I'm gonna teach you everything from scratch. So in the part 1, module 1, we're gonna introduce to Flutter and Dart. So Dart is essentially the language on which Flutter framework is built. If you don't understand anything, trust me, I'll explain this to you everything. So in the Dart language essentials, we're gonna learn basically about the keywords like int, your bool, and then we're going to learn about conditional statements like if else, and then we're going to learn about loops and basically all the essential things that we need in order to build mobile apps. And then I will give you a walkthrough of how to install Flutter in your local environment, your laptop or desktop or whatever you're using right now. And then we're gonna use VS Code. I personally love VS Code. You can use whatever editor you want, but I'll give you a walkthrough as well of how to install VS Code and how to connect VS Code with Flutter and stuff. And once we are done, Flutter gives you a pre-built simple mobile app. That is a counter app. It looks something like this. There's a mobile app, then there's a button here. The stuff keeps changing here. When you press plus here, then it turns to 1, then it turns to 2, and ... So through this app, I want to teach you everything about Flutter and its ecosystem. Why Flutter first came into the picture and how Flutter works behind the scenes, everything. Because if our, foundations are weak, then we can easily, get overwhelmed and stuff and maybe not go ahead very easily. So I just want our foundation to be really, really strong. And once we are done, then our module 2 is fundamentals of UI. Here we're gonna learn basic widgets in Flutter like scaffold, text, row, column. So everything you see everywhere is nothing but just most often it's the combination of these widgets. And then we're also gonna learn about core layout principles. And in this module, we're gonna build a project calculator app UI. So you can see here, the best way to learn is by building. So that's why I've included a project for every single module. So in the first module, this is the project. In the second module, we're gonna build a calculator app UI. Then we're gonna dive deeper into widgets and styling. Here we're gonna learn more about containers, images, icons, and even audio, how you can add audio to your apps, and a lot of more cool stuff. And here we're gonna build a weather app UI. You know, a simple weather app where you can watch whatever the temperature, humidity, everything in your area, you know, okay. So in the module 4, we're gonna go more advanced into the UI components and navigation. So this routing and navigation is nothing. For example, this is an app, and when you go through another page, this is actually navigation. So for example, this is my Notability app that I'm using right now. So when I press this back button here, now I am navigated back to the screen. And when I press on this, now I'm navigated here. And for each of them, a route is defined. So this is how we're gonna learn here. So here as well, we're gonna build a mini e-commerce app UI where we're gonna solid our foundations on these routing and navigations. And once that is done, we're gonna start with animations. You know what Flutter is famous for, creating beautiful animations. So first of all, we'll take an introduction at UI animations. Then we're gonna build apps using animated container, animated opacity. If you don't know it yet, bear with me, I'll teach you everything. And we're gonna build an animated profile UI card. You know, something like a card, but it's a mobile app. So you give mobile app as a form of card to someone else. I don't know if it makes sense. Yeah. So the sixth part is advanced animation and dynamic theming. And here we're gonna learn more, we'll drill down more into animations. We're gonna learn how to build complex animations and transitions. And here's the fun part, we're gonna learn how to build dynamic theming and dark mode implementation. So by the end of this module, we're gonna build something, a music player UI with light and dark mode, something like Spotify, which has both light mode and the dark mode, and how you can change to them dynamically. And once that is done, then we're gonna start our seventh module, custom drawing and advanced UI design. You can see it as some form of a canvas. For example, this is the app that I'm writing on right now. This is a canvas, and on this I can draw anything. So we'll create something similar to this, not completely similar to this, but you know, where you can create some drawings, custom paint and patterns and designs. So once we start building it, we will get more idea, a lot of more idea. And then we're gonna have a UI mastery capstone project. So what's this? We're gonna clone an industry level project, something like Instagram, Twitter, or Netflix, or Uber app or something, and we're gonna clone their UI end to end. And what I mean end to end, we'll start from onboarding, then we'll jump to their bottom nav bar, their app bar, then all their screens, pages, navigation, routing. So whatever we have learned in part 1 until the 7th module, this is the time where we're gonna test it. So here I'll help you. I'm still wondering, should I give you it as an assignment, or build one Instagram UI and show it to you how it's built, and then give an assignment where you're gonna build a Twitter or Uber or any UI on your own. So this is gonna be fun. This is the most fun part we're gonna have. And then comes the part 2. Here we will start jumping into the backend, and here your journey to the Flutter full stack developer begins. So why I'm teaching you UI in the part 1? So once you are really good with the UI, creating UIs, you can maybe start creating your own projects, build the user interfaces, and once you are good with the backend, then you will start integrating that backend into your own, previously made UI projects. So first of all, we're gonna create a to-do app with SQLite. If you don't know what is SQL, don't worry. we're gonna go through, we will learn the essentials of SQL. We don't need much SQL in building it. And then here in this project, we're gonna learn a little more about the HTTP request as well, API thing. Yeah, once we start building this project, you will get a lot more to learn. And then we're going to learn about Firebase and cloud integrations. When you say Romeo, what comes in your mind? The next word, Juliet. So when somebody says Flutter, the next word comes into your mind is Firebase. So we're going to learn Firebase here, and we're going to learn Firestore database. Then we'll perform CRUD operations. CRUD operations, what is CRUD operation? Create, read, and update, and then delete. And these are like the standard operations that you must know when you are doing a database, when you are handling a database. So this is going to be crucial. And by the end of this module, we will create a note-taking app with Firebase integration, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then we're going to work on real-time backend and API functionality. So here we will build real-time chat system. For example, something like WhatsApp, not fully fledged at WhatsApp, but where you can send messages to your friends in real time. So this is what we're going to do here. We will also learn about push notifications, how you can send notifications to users and basically waste their day, make them unproductive and stuff. So here we're gonna learn about that. And we'll learn more about Firebase advanced features. Firebase is a thing that contains a lot of features under it, and where there are very few features that people have explored. Like there are a lot of advanced features there, like cloud integration, or distributing your app, or they have their own testing labs and stuff. And so we're gonna learn a lot during this module. And once we are done with this, now comes the most important part. If you want to get a job, or collaborate real time with people, so here I'm going to give you an introduction to Git and GitHub. So what is Git? Git is like a version control. And what is GitHub? Sorry, GitHub community, don't kill me when I say this, but if you're a beginner, you can see GitHub as your Google Drive for storing code. Again, I'm saying this is very initial thing. Through GitHub, we manage code, we can collaborate together, and lots of more stuff. So I'll give you the basic and essential commands needed for Git. Commit command, then adding, staging, and then we're gonna learn how do you like push your code to repositories, how you invite your friend to collaborate on it using forking and stuff. So yeah, this is all things that we're gonna learn in introduction to Git and GitHub. So yeah, this is kind of a project where I'll give you assignments. Whatever project that you have created till now, I want you to upload them over your GitHub profile. Okay, cool. Now comes the advanced version control. Here we will learn the most important concepts of GitHub, like branching, pull request, forking, how to merge changes, conflict resolution. This is something that I can't give you a gist right now, but these are the most important concepts if you want to get a job, or if everywhere you go, you will see these. Everywhere you go, you will see branching, pull request, forking, merging, conflict resolutions. And we're gonna learn a little more about open source collaboration. We'll learn the etiquettes and stuff, how you can contribute to open source. And we'll build a collaborative mini project. So I've created a community, more about it later. And there I will assign you rooms of 4 to 5 people where you have to collaboratively create a project. And this will give you a lot of more idea how difficult it is to build an app with somebody else than building it alone. And this is the art that you need to master as well. Then we're going to learn advanced API integration. We'll consume public APIs. So what are APIs? I'll explain it here in this lecture. I don't want to go too much details here. So essentially an API, is kind of a gateway where you take information from somebody else's server and you can display it in your own mobile app. So by the end of this module, we're going to create a crypto app where you can see the price, real-time price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all crypto coins, Solana and stuff. And then we're gonna look into advanced database operations, more advanced Firebase features, exploring other databases like MongoDB, and nowadays a lot of open source substitute to Firebase have popping out. One of them I know is AppRed. They are doing amazing work. Then another one is Superbase. Superbase is super cool. So we're gonna explore different databases, create projects using them. And here we're gonna build a e-commerce backend setup. So before creating a front end for an e-commerce, we will learn how to create a backend. And once our backend is done, then we're gonna integrate that backend with front end. And this is what we're gonna do in our backend integration capstone project. We're gonna build a comprehensive, full stack the mobile app. Either it can be this e-commerce app, or you can come up with any app you want. Again, we're gonna do the same drill. First of all, I'll teach you how to create a full stack app. Then I'm gonna give you assignments on you have to create on. So for example, I'll create a full stack app such as Netflix. Okay, so I'll create Netflix. Then I'll tell you guys to build a social media. Both are media platforms. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be super difficult, but everything in life is difficult. You have to go through it. And then comes the part 3. Holy shit, I want this guy. This is like my specialty. This is what people know me for, and this is what has changed my life. So during this part 3, we're gonna build a conversational API. Nowadays there is buzz about ChatGPT. So we're gonna learn about how you do natural language processing in apps, and implementing chatbots. So the project we're gonna create during this time is ChatGPT clone. We can build something else as well. I've previously built a project Twitter GPT, and it was super cool. I'll tell you about this project later on in the video. So we want to build a chat GPT, something like mobile app, and you'll love it. You'll love the experience of generative AI and stuff. Then I'll give you a brief introduction to Web3 and blockchain, and we're gonna learn a little more about Web3 basics, how their protocol works, how Ethereum network works, how you can write smart contracts using the Solidity. Basic smart contracts, not very difficult, like transferring money from one wallet to another. I think this is our project as crypto wallet app, where we're gonna send money from one Solana account. We will send one Solana to somebody else's account, one Ethereum. Okay, so this is gonna be super fun. You will love it. You're gonna love it. And then we're gonna build a super decentralized app, a dApp, and during this dApp, we'll build a decentralized social media platform. So building on blockchain with Flutter is currently super new in the market. I don't know how many people are doing this. I think I really don't know how many people are doing this. I've done this in the past, and so many people have contacted me just based on this. And we're gonna learn decentralized app principles, like there's a protocol, and under that protocol there are a lot of clients and stuff. So everything we're gonna learn in this course, you will love it. And then comes the fun part: deployment, testing, and debugging. So whatever apps you have built till now, you might have easily built 20 plus project. I'm damn sure. We're gonna deploy all of them over the App Store. Over the Play Store, App Store is kind of costly. It costs you 100 USD a year, and it depends. I will teach you how to deploy it on App Store as well. It's your choice if you want to purchase that developer account, but I'm going to teach you on how to deploy all those 20 projects on Play Store. Okay. Then we're going to learn how to test those projects. Testing is very important skill. Testing is that skill that separates you from an intermediate to advanced developer. Every advanced developer tests their apps. They always have tests written, the unit tests, integration tests, then widget test in Flutter. Widget test in Flutter is, Flutter specific. And then not only we're going to deploy a simple app, but a lot of apps over App Store.
2,000 years later.
And once that is done, we have our final module where I'll give you a walkthrough how to contribute to open source. Because once you are done and tested, you know how to create mobile apps. The only way to go forward and increase your skills, enhance your skills to the next level is through contributing to open source. And then we are also gonna do some live streams where we will map out the journey, how to build your resume, how to apply for jobs, winning hackathons. I won few hackathons in the past, so I'll teach you what's the method to win those hackathons. And this is something fun. If you complete all the projects, and then I'm gonna give you an assignment. And once you complete that assignment, in this assignment there's gonna be some subtasks. Then I'll give you entry to a group of elite Flutter developers. So I every week I get multiple opportunities, and I don't know so many guys in my surroundings that are really good with Flutter. So we'll create a group of elite Flutter developers. I don't think a lot of people are gonna be there because it's very difficult, to be honest. And once you are here, I'll start posting every job that I come through on this channel. Okay, so this is kind of incentive for you to complete the course. Cool. So this is all about our curriculum, and now I want to show you something super cool that I have built for you guys. Okay, so I have built this Flutter bootcamp tracker for you guys. So I'm gonna share this link of the Notion page right under in the description. And once you open this Flutter bootcamp tracker, there you go. I have created the table for you where you have to just tap. Once you have created simple counter apps, just check box you are completed. Once you have created mini commerce UI, just check box it. And most important, you have to share it on socials. So I'm gonna take a little time. So I started learning to code in Flutter about 2 to 3 years back, and for the 1.5 or 2 years I was just in my local host. What I mean local host, all of the apps are either under my GitHub portfolio or under my MacBook. And once I started posting about it on socials, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, my life's changed. A lot of people started approaching me for freelancing and for internships, for jobs, and for a lot of super cool opportunities, being a co-founder for their startups. So posting on socials is really important. I don't want you to skip this part. This is gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna ask you for being in the group of elite Flutter developers. So once you have posted on socials, I want you to post only on two platforms, Twitter and LinkedIn. It's fine if you want to make a blog post, then you can make a blog post and post it there as well. By the way, if you open it, for example, if I open a simple app, then I've created a social media template for you as well, because most often people don't know like how to post on social media and stuff. So that's why I built this. So in your post, there's need to be only three things. First, what did you build? Second is steps you followed to build this, and the third one is the challenges you faced. This is the most important because this is going to identify you from other people. So here I have given you an example as well. So for example, this is a sample Twitter post where something like this. Hey friends, today I built a Spotify UI clone that seamlessly switches between light and dark themes. During the process, I learned Flutter's theming capabilities, state management, UI components. Also learned the art of replicating intricate design details. So what are the challenges you faced? Balancing the exact look and feel of Spotify's intricate UI details was a little tricky, especially when toggling between themes, had to iterate multiple times to get the animations just right. So here you basically announced it to the world. Now I got all these skills. Now I know the Flutter's theming capabilities, state management, UI components. So people can start approaching you. Okay, this guy knows this, so we can approach him. Also, you can keep me in CC on Twitter. My account handle is I am Yatendra K. So if I see your post is super cool and you have put some effort in posting it, so I'll retweet it, or whatever you say on X, repost it. So yeah, that's all about the tracker. By the way, one more thing. I talked about, the community. There's a lack of community that people feel, and because of this, a lot of people, end up dropping out of a course. So now I want to give you a Discord community invite to all of you guys who are watching this right now. And now I'll give you a walkthrough of how our Discord community looks. Never mind. I'm already the owner of this channel. Why would I need an invite? Anyways, so here, once you land on this rules, I want you to go through the rules once, skim through it, just be respectful and stuff. And the most important thing, doubt solving. Most people drop out of any course just because they feel overwhelmed once they get a bug. And this is nothing but just a roadblock, a minor roadblock that you can easily resolve if you have a mentor or a friend who is skilled with Flutter and can help you. So here I have created a doubt solving channel for you. So I have given a post guideline as well. Don't be disrespectful to another person just by saying this is not working and I want you to help me with this. No, this is not how you ask questions. I have given you a proper post guideline. So follow this template to ask a question. First of all, must be there your title. Then mention what environment you use, your operating system, software, description, blah blah blah, everything. So just follow this template while asking a question. Also, I've provided a sample example of a good question here. So for example, issue with Flutter installation or on device and stuff. So I want you to just go through this, and this is how you ask questions. Okay, cool. So here you can post memes, general, and you can post resources, basic Discord community stuff. So here comes the most awaiting part. What's gonna be the price of this course? So I did a research in the market and found there are very few courses that are teaching complete UI masterclass right now. And the average pricing that I came up with was 20 USD for this. And here I'm teaching you everything like creating production level mobile apps. So I think this worth at least 30 USD. I'm being humble here. And this is like my expertise, the part 3. Nobody's teaching this right now. So I think the humble amount for this course would be 50 USD. So essentially all the part 1, 1 plus 2 plus 3 comes in a bundle of 100 USD. But I'm giving it away to you all for free. It's completely free, though a caveat is involved. It is not free in terms of energy. It is free in terms of money. So what do I mean when I say this is, I'm putting a lot of effort in building this course. And a lot of you people might be wondering, when I was telling you guys this part 1, part 2, part 3, what does it mean 1K, and then here 10K, and then 100K. So these are nothing but our targets, both of our targets. So this course is completely free in terms of money, but I want you guys to put a little bit energy into it. So once we have 1K subscribers on this YouTube channel, I'm gonna release all the part 1 videos together. And once we have 10K subscribers on this YouTube channel, I'm gonna release all the part 2 videos all for free, creating a playlist for them. And once we have 100K subscribers, I know this is a very ambitious, vision. Then I'm gonna release all the part 3 videos. I'm also an ordinary guy like you. If I also need some motivation and inspiration to keep building and keep shipping, such amazing things to you guys. So how can you like help me in achieving these targets? just share it among your WhatsApp groups, among your friends. Tell them some cool shit is happening here. A guy is teaching everything from taking a guy from who have never written a single line of code to making a full stack Flutter developer where he'll build multiple super cool apps. So all I want from you guys to subscribe to this channel right now, share it among your friends so that we can reach these targets pretty fast. So to sum up again, the target for our part one is 1k subs. The target for our part 2 is 10k subs. And the target for our part 3 is 100k subs. That's a very ambitious vision, but let's see if we can do it together. So yeah, that's all about the course. I'm super excited for you to onboard in it. I'll drop all the links to my Notion page, how you can join the Discord community, how you can leverage your bootcamp tracker, how you can start posting on socials, the template, the curriculum, everything will be listed in the description below. Let's reach our target first. Okay, I'm super excited. Bye bye.